would not have reached a general readership or had the immediate impact of the one volume of 1859, with its winning combination of careful scholarship and infectious enthusiasm. To follow Darwin through weeks of trauma, family troubles, health problems, as well as the fright he got over his life's work, is to see how in his case the summer of 1858 was crucial, a period of crisis, though not at that time visibly so outside the small circle of Darwin's family and a few faithful friends. Undoubtedly for Darwin, summer 1858, when he was 49, was one of the most pivotal moments of his career. Two other important figures who experienced crisis and triumph that summer were Dickens and Disraeli. Like Darwin, each is recognized for his tremendous achievements in his own field of endeavour. Science, literature, and politics were lit up by these three men, all of whom came to be seen as representative of the best of the Victorian age. For Dickens, the summer of 1858 was one of horror. Aged 46, and already the famous author of several successful novels, he lost his head and publicly advertised his separation from Catherine, his wife of 22 years, and the mother of his 9 surviving children, while disclaiming rumours of a relationship with either his sister-in-law or an actress aged 19, the same age as his own second daughter Katie. He acted impulsively and brutally, losing friends, dismissing his publishers, causing anguish to his wife and children, as well as getting foolishly entangled in a dispute with Thackeray over a storm in a teacup at the Garrick Club, of which they were both members. The two novelists, rivals for public esteem and never close, had hitherto been on amicable terms, while their daughters were good friends. But now they became permanently estranged. Heads were hot in clubland in summer 1858. A number of young writers and lawyers, many of them acolytes and imitators of either Dickens or Thackeray, became embroiled in the so-called Garrick Club affair, which newspapers followed avidly on behalf of their readers. Dickens's fiction writing dried up temporarily. That summer he turned in desperation to a new venture, for the first time travelling the length and breadth of the country, giving dramatic and exhausting public readings from his works. He came within a whisker of losing the admiration of his readers, as well as his friends, but his tremendous determination and the power of his personality, whether speaking, acting, or writing, carried him through his crisis. He returned to novel writing with A Tale of Two Cities, which was published in 1859, and his great imaginative investigations of guilt and shame, Great Expectations, 1860, and Our Mutual Friend, 1864-5. As for Disraeli, he was 53 in 1858, but only just making his mark in office. He had been in opposition for almost all his political career since being elected to Parliament in 1837, but now he was Chancellor of the Exchequer in Lord Derby's reforming Tory government. As leader of the House of Commons, he was responsible for pushing through a number of important pieces of legislation as Parliament sat on through the horrible heat and the smell of the Thames just under its collective nose, until all its bills were passed on 2 August. A number of these bills would have far-reaching effects on British life. Most notable among them was the Act for Cleansing the Thames, the so-called Thames Purification Bill, which Disraeli got through a disputatious Parliament in the gruelling heat of June and July by the sheer force of his rhetoric and his clever management of awkward MPs, determined to question or delay every suggestion for improvement. Disraeli's letters to friends and colleagues give a lively sense of his activities. Those to Queen Victoria, telling her the results of each debate in the field of battle, quite won her over to a politician whom she, along with Prince Albert, most members of Parliament, the newspapers, and even his boss, Lord Derby, had distrusted as flashy, reckless, and disloyal. Disraeli also played a major role in the efforts of the Whig Lord John Russell to pass an act which would allow the Jewish MP Lionel de Rothschild to take his seat in the House of Commons without having to swear on the true faith of a Christian.